Okay, peeps. Oh yes, new program as you saw, and hopefully you picked up my back and tricep workout yesterday. So this is what's happening. So back triceps Monday, Wednesday. It's a Tuesday today, so it is chest, and I will be doing chest twice a week now instead of once every 5 days. So yeah, depending on kind of where it fell in the routine, it kind of fell out of that 7 days. So yeah, I'll be doing it twice a week now, which is happy days. Need to get back to how I was training before. I've lost some gains just because, to be honest with you, I was letting social media predict when I was doing my workouts instead of the other way around. I'm here for gains, not for views. Right, so what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be starting with some flat barbell. As you can see, I've got set up there. What we'll be doing is, we'll be literally, as I love to do, supersetting. Okay, so I'm going to be supersetting between, as you can see, the setup, and I'm going to be using those dumbbells to do standing, strict dumbbell curls. So once I finish a set of chest, instead of resting for a couple of minutes, doing nothing, contemplating life, I'm going to be getting off that bench, coming straight over and doing some bicep curls. Once I've done that, I'm going to be going straight back onto bench. Vice versa, okay? And we're going to be doing 4 sets. So that does mean that there's not going to be any warm up on 60. I'm going to go straight in on my first working set, which is going to be 100 kg on the bench. And then we're going to go straight onto dumbbells and then up it. And we'll see how we get on with those dumbbells. So there you only go up in 5 kilos. So it's quite hard to up it in 5s without having to go really low. You'll hopefully get what I mean. Right, okay, so let's get started. That's almost 2 minutes of me ranting. So let's get started. So just so all of you get to know my weights, the sexy blue ones are 20s. So putting onto the 7-foot Olympic bar. Hopefully you can always do your maths, so that's 60 kg. As I said, there's not going to be any warm up as such. Sorry, another 20 kg. So that's now 2 wheels, 40 kilos on that side, 40 kilos on this side, 20 kilo Olympic bar, 7 foot, 100 kilos. So let's get into this. Now I'm going to take all leg drive out of this. So as you can see, planting my feet up on the bench means it also straightens my back out as well, which is all good. So there's no arching or poncing around like that. Let's get this in the middle where it needs to be. There we go. Let's just start flipping lifting. Don't know how many that is, I think that's 8. One more. Okay, good. Right. So, that's your first set. So a decent set, 100 kilos. As you know, I'm not one for editing, so we're just going to literally move you guys over here. Plant you right there. That spot is exactly where I'm going to be doing my bicep curls from. We're going to start with some strict, or let's see how we get on. It's going to be strict anyway for the first set. So strict 20 kilos. So as I said, because I am working opposites, there's not a great deal of rest needed in between chest and biceps. I'm going to keep those elbows tucked in. Try to get some slow release as I let the weight down as well. Nice, good. Excellent. I'm starting to get warm in this hoodie. So that's going to have to come off in a sec, I think, before we crack on to set number 2. Right, so what we're going to do now, so we're going to move up from 100. We're going to chuck on 2 5s each side, so we go to 110 kilo. And then we're also going to go up to 22.5 kilo on the standing dumbbell press. Dumbbell press, Jesus Christ. Bicep curl. Right, see you back in a sec. Right, so we've put that extra 5. Whoa, we put that extra 5 on each side. So now we've got 20, 40, 45, 90 weight plates, 20 kilogram bar, 110 kilos. Okay, so we've got 110. The hoodie has come off, and I'm not a Gymshark sponsored athlete. I'm not a sponsored athlete of any sort. So this was the first t-shirt, and it's one of my favourite ones. It's got rips and holes in it. It was the first one when I went into my drawer, getting out my work attire, that was there. I am a man who lives. I am a man who dresses himself based on what is there when the drawer or the cupboard opens and my eyes go to. Couldn't give a stuff. If you can show me a t-shirt that adds 10 kilograms onto my bench, or a pair of shorts or joggers that add 20 kilograms onto my deadlift, then I'll chat to you. Other than that, it's for pricks, arseholes and ego. And I couldn't give a stuff. So if I look homeless, hopefully I'm the strongest homeless person you've seen. Right, let's go, 110. Not much chatting shit, let's just get on. Let's go. All right, let's go for lucky number 7. Nice, good. Right, so that was a lot more difficult than I needed it to be. I thought I was going to get 10 out on that. But that was 7. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. We crack on. But I don't think I would have got an 8th on there. Well, not without, well, no, I just wouldn't have, I don't think. I know myself better than anyone else, I'd say, hopefully. So that was 7 on 110, which is all good. So we're going to go up to 120 on the next one. But before we do that, we've still got to crack into this next set of dumbbell curls, don't we? So now we're going to grab, let's put you there. I'm going to grab these 22.5. They're the ones that are sitting right there. Let's go. Okay, we're just trying to keep this one strict. Oh. So try to stop any swing. Oh. 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 Nice, good. Happy days. Right, I'm going to grab some Aqua Mineral, and then I'm going to swap, I think, those 5s for those 10s. We'll go up to 120. Let's see what we can do at 120. See you back in a sec. Right people, so we now have 120 kilo on the bar. Okay, so we've got 20, 40, 50, and that 10 as well. So you've got 50 on each wheel, yeah, and then your 7 foot, 20 kilogram Olympic bar. So easy maths luckily, so 120 kilos. I don't know what that is in pounds, and I do apologise if any of you guys work in pounds or America or wherever it comes from. I work in kilograms. So that's 120 kilos. So let's see if we can go for, I'd like to get 3 or 4 out on this. Let's see what we can do. And then we're going to go straight over there. We're going to tackle those 27.5 kilo dumbbells, I think, on the old bicep curl. See how we get on with that. Right, less nattering, what we're doing. Let's go. Now this time I'm not going to have my legs raised. Not that I can't do that, but just want to plant my legs in here just to make sure I get a nice stable bridge. Don't want to be messing about with this weight really, to be honest with you. Okay, right, so we're going to go for a treble, see what we can get out. Right, and if you thought, Jesus Christ, that fourth was a struggle, yeah it was. I did the first one, that flew up as you saw, the second one flew up, third one was dicey, but I just felt like I had some in the tank. Then the fourth one, I know I've got quite strong triceps, so if I get it past halfway, more chances than not, thank God, that bugger's going up. So at least it probably looked very, very sketchy to you guys. But I knew as soon as I had it above that halfway point, so it went when it kind of really almost didn't make my chest redundant, but it's starting to creep more into your triceps and delts. I freaking had that. And thank God I did. That wouldn't have been much fun. Rolling 120 kilos off your chest. Right, so that was what, 4 and 120, so that's good. Awesome, right. So now we're going to grab those 27.5 and we're going to curl like buggers. Now what I'm probably thinking is going to happen with these 27.5 when I pick them up, don't worry, they're not invisible. Jesus Christ, that's hard to lift. Yeah, you've got 27.5, I'm thinking actually, I don't want this form to be all over the shop, so hopefully I'll be able to get out some half decent reps. When I do start to struggle and it does start to become a bit silly, I'm going to drop straight down to the 20s and finish the set off with the 20s. But I just want to get into that habit of lifting heavier, even if it's for a small amount of reps, and then diverting back to light and just kind of be happy with hitting light. I hope you know what I mean by that. Probably turned scarlet there, didn't I? Nice. Okay. So they weren't bad for. Now, just going to drop down to the 20s, just to deplete the living crap out of it. So these will probably just feel almost as heavy, just not quite. Oh, these have got such better grips, such bigger grips. Oh, means you can rest the dumbbell in the middle of your palm and bottom of the fingers, which does make a big difference when you're lifting. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Happy days. Right. Bloody Nora. Fun. Right, okay, so what have we done so far? We've laddered 20, 22 and a half, 27 and a half with a smidgen and a sprinkle of 20s. And then on bench, we started with 100 for 10. We went down to 110 for 7, then 120 for 4. So what I'd like to do now is grab those 5s, stick 5s on. I'm going to see if I can get 1, potentially 2 out on 130. And then when it comes back to dumbbells, I'm going to plant myself in the middle on those 22 and a halves. So let's see how we get on. See you back in a sec. Right, okay peeps, so we now have 130 kg on the bar. Okay, so hopefully it's easy maths by now if you've been watching the whole video and you count in your head. 20, 40, 50, 55, 110 in wheels, in plates, and then your 20 kilogram 7-foot Olympic bar. Okay, so 130. As I said, we're then going to go straight on to 22.5 kilo dumbbells, and then from there, I'm going to strip that bar down for the final set, go right back down to the bottom of the pyramid on 100, and see if I can get 10 out, just as I did at the start. That would be some freaking effort. And then go back down to the 20s and just rep the living skull out of that after that 100. So we've got 4 sets left, 2 bench, 2 dumbbell, if I survive. Okay, right, so this is 130, as you know. I'm not going to mess about with my, well, not mess about, but I'm not going to get my feet on here. I want to plant them. And as I said, really concentrate on getting the 1 up. I'd like to get 1 up first of all, but if I can get 2, that's brilliant. Right, let's go. Okay, right, here we go. Come on, let's go. No messing about. Let's just fucking dial this and get this lifted. Damn. There's no way 2 of those bad boys are going up today. Jesus Christ. Flipping Nora. That was heavier than I thought it was going to be, and just shows where I've been training and doing barbell once a week. It's not where it is. My weight has significantly dropped in what I can do, and that's just down to the lack of frequency, which is frustrating, but at least we know where we are. Right, so that was 1 on 130. Absolute dog shit. Right, let's strip this bar down. Won't take me that long. We'll strip this down, and then actually, this is how raw editing it is. You don't need to watch me strip down the bar. Right, next time you see me, we're going to be doing the 22.5 kilos. Let's go. Okay, so as per like magic, we've now back to that 100 kilo on the bar, which we're going to tackle in a minute. But as I said before that, let's own these 22.5 kilos for some decent looking bicep curls. Let's go. Nice. Good. Excellent. Even if my chest has gone down to shit, at least my biceps and my arms are growing. Right, let's negativity Barry. Right, 100 kilos on the bench. Give me 30 seconds to grab some water. Then I need you all to shout, "You can do this, Barry," as we try to get a decent number out of this final set. Let's frickin' attack 225 pounds. Right, so that was just enough time to grab some water. Now we're going to tackle this 100 kilo for the last time. Last set of bench. So we've got 100, 110, 120, 130, pathetic, then down to 100. My incline, get this, my incline is only about 5 kilos off my flat bench at the moment. I can work that one out. Jesus Christ. I can get almost the same amount of reps out on 120 on incline than I can on flicking flat. What the bloody hell's happening there? Right, less moaning. Let's take leg drive out of the equation, even though I don't use it, but let's take it out. Let's keep that back straight. Let's get some frickin' reps done, shall we? I'm gonna take my grip in a little bit. Try to bring in a little bit more triceps, and hopefully that might bloody help me. It might be my front delts, my chest just weak as piss. Right, okay, stop moaning, Barry. It's only the beginning of the week. Let's get this done. 100 kilos going up. I'm not sure, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna have to watch that back now before I go into the last set. Was that 10 or 11? Did I just do more on the last set on 100 than I did on the first one? Even though, yeah, I probably did have more in the tank on that first one. I'm gonna count that back. I'm hoping it was 10 and not 9, but I'm pretty sure I got to 10, or even might have miscounted for 11. Have a watch back, see what you say. Other than that, I'm gonna grab another swig of my intro workout. Then we're going to drop down to these 20s, just rep out before we go on to the next chest exercise and the next arm exercise. So it's only 4 exercises this evening, but as you can see, plenty of reps, plenty of sets. and hopefully the same amount of effort. Let's go. Right people, so final bicep curls of this evening. Just finished nicely off on chest. So let's get the same done on arms, shall we? Just trying to keep these ones nice and strict. And the exercises after that is going to be flat bench flies, dumbbell flies for chest, and hammer curls using dumbbells. Smashing out that arm. Did back and triceps yesterday, so that'll be biceps and triceps done over the last 24 hours. Getting those arms to where I want them to be, which is 18 inches plus. Don't know what they are at the moment. I'd guess probably around about 16 and a half. Want them to get to 18. Okay. Trying to keep these as strict as possible. And also trying to control it a little bit as much as I can as I fatigue. On the way down. Come on. Oh God. Shit. Oh bloody hell. Right. That people is flat bench and dumbbell curls done. So let's crack on with some flies. Let's crack on with some hamstring curls, Christ. Some hammer curls. We'll go from there. So where do I want you? I want you guys about there, I would say. So I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, right, so as we talked about, next two exercises are going to be hammer curls with dumbbells. And again, we're going to do the same pyramid or the same ladder up. It's only going to be 3 sets of each of these, okay? So we're going to go 3 sets of flies, and we're going to go 3 sets of hammer curls. So I'm not going to start light and work my way up. I'm going to be almost halfway up that freaking pyramid as we go. What does that mean? That means I'm going to start by flying. 22 and a half we're going to start with. Then we'll go straight up to 27 and a half. And then hammer curls exactly the same weights. 22 and a half to start with, 27 afterwards. So we'll follow each other, flies and curls. Right, let's get going. So on here, just bringing those dumbbells up until they're in line with my shoulders. So there's still some tension in the lift. As soon as you go past that, you lose your tension. So keep the tension in the lift. It's almost like at the top of a roller coaster. You know those ones where you're at the top and it starts to go backwards and back down again. You want to feel at that point where the dumbbell wants to go back down because of gravity. Then that's keeping it under tension. Nice, good. Right, let's try that. Put those right there. So we're going to use those to hammer curl in a second. So what I'm going to do is literally just to make sure you can see, let's jump you guys up here. And we're going to go straight into hammer curls, working the opposites. I need bugger all rest. So let's just get this on. Jesus Christ. Right. So first set of 3 done. So now, where should I go? Let's move you to here. I'm going to switch it off, grab some water over there as well. And we're going to be back, 27.5 kilo flies. Contemplate maybe staying at the 22.5 on hammers. Not being a wimp, just want to keep that form there, important. So I'll see what I decide. Right, so that's where we're going to be for the next flies. Drop you down a little bit. See you in a sec. Okay, people. So that was less than a minute rest in between. I'm that eager. So we're going to go straight in. We've got 27.5 kilos now. Let's go. Ooh, nice. Right. Happy days. Cool. Right. Decided I am just going to do, or just, I'm going to do 22.5 kilo on that hammer curls. Important for me, I'm getting some decent high reps out of it. Could have gone 27.5. Yeah, well, we'll see. See what I have in my hand. I'm undecided. Usually quite decisive. So we'll see. Right. I was going to say, let's stop and sod it. Let's just go. Right, so from one to the other, what am I going to walk out with? 22.5 or 27.5? What are we going to do? 27.5 it is, sod it. Again, I'll do what I did on bicep curls. See what we can get out. And then I can always drop down to 20 if I'm not happy with the rep range. Right, so no, there was no control or want to control on the way down, but to be honest with you, still felt pretty damn freaking good, and that was heavy, so happy days. Right, we're going to go back to the last set of flies. To be honest with you people, you're just going to come on the ride with me. Who needs this editing? I don't own a drone. I'm literally just working my arse off. So to be honest with you, except for saying like, subscribe and comment, I've got nothing else fixed except for wanting to pick up these 27.5s and frickin' own them for the last set of flies this evening. So this is my anti-social on social, in a way. This is gains. Come on. Let's go. Now, a few people in the comments have been saying, Barry, you did well seeing as you were chatting through that. How do you do it? I've been a personal trainer for about 15, 16 years. I've been training for decades. As soon as I pick up a weight, I'm automatically there. Sometimes, actually, to be honest with you, I forget about the usual little bits of negativity that come in if I'm talking, whereas usually if I'm quiet and concentrating, I notice the burning forearms, how quickly the weight gets heavier. But when I'm talking, I just go through repetition. Oh. Right, one more. Let's hold this back up. Oh yeah, Christ. Right, that felt good. Okay, right, we're staring down the barrel. Last exercise of this evening. We're going to go 27.5 again for hammers, and then that's going to be all she wrote. So if I haven't mentioned it, I think only once, like, subscribe, comment. In no particular order. Doesn't matter, share my content, snippet it, make it look ridiculous, put it on any platforms you like, up to you. Let's park your little bottoms there. And let's hammer curl our way out of what has been a 45-minute chest and bicep extravaganza. If you picked up my beginning of this video and remember it, and yesterday's back and triceps, you'll know I'm changing my program completely to make sure I'm doing chest twice on alternate days as well, along with biceps and triceps. So I'm increasing the frequency of muscle groups and what I'm doing in the week by just coupling opposites together, as you're seeing in yesterday's back and triceps and tonight's chest and biceps. It means I need little rest in between sets because I'm working opposites. So while the push is working, the pull is resting, and vice versa. It means I can get a lot more out in a lot less time, but still fucking maximum effort. Oh, Christ. Right. Okay, people, that is the end of this vlog, this video, my workout. That is chest and biceps done. So what have we done first of all? Yesterday, back and triceps. Today, chest and biceps. Tomorrow, back to back and triceps. Following day, chest and biceps again. And then we're mixing in shoulders and legs together if I'm only looking at a 5-day workout week, or splitting them out if I want a 6. Just depends how family life, depends how work, everything else pans out. So 5's the minimum, 6 is my sweet spot. But yeah, this is what's worked for me. To be honest with you, I came away for it a couple of months. Now I'm back on it. Just watch the gains and strength come up. Watch, 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 watch. Subscribe, comment. If you're training this evening, make sure it's a bloody good one. And as I always say, do not leave a single rep on the bench. Yeah, get it done. Other than that, catch you on the next one.